Greetings and welcome to my channel, and I need to discuss the previous video on this challenge because I believe I broke the second rule. So I was trying to give Knuckles and Mighty more screen time since Ray had died, and because the video prior, Sonic and Tails were the ones that handled most of the bosses in that video. Yeah, no, I'm supposed to use each of the characters' abilities to the best of my abilities when I get the chance to due to the game's RNG and me in Rule 4 hitting as many monitors as possible. So yeah, none of that this video. We're just going to work with what the game gives me. That's just how it has to be. And with that said, welcome to Oil Ocean Zone, a Sonic 2 stage with mechanics from Sandopolis Zone, a Sonic and Knuckles stage. Yeah, I know people who think this is the worst combination in the world, but I'm pretty good at Sonic Mania and at 2D Sonic games in general, so it's not going to be much of an issue for me. Let's get into it. Or, well, I guess the Sandopolis mechanics aren't in Act 1, so I'm kind of spoiled what you're going to see in the next act. Sorry about that. Now that said, I actually do enjoy Oil Ocean Zone, especially Mania's version of it, and Knuckles certainly does make getting over certain obstacles easily. And his wall climb is certainly helpful as well. Though I do believe that's the first time I botched it that badly. Eesh. Oh well. I'm not missing too much by not going up there. These oil slides are certainly iconic for this zone anyway. And hey, it gave me the momentum I needed to get up here. Cool. Although I do have to admit I'm not exactly playing at my best here. I'm going to be getting hit quite a bit, and it's going to be pretty bad at certain parts of it, but we'll get there. But hey, we are in the second half of this game, so it makes sense that the difficulty's starting to spike up. But hey, we're already at the boss, so all in all, this was a pretty short act. And at the start of this battle, I think I'm going to switch to Mighty, because that propeller beneath him can deal damage, and that Mighty can block, so, you know. But yeah, he throws his wrench at you, so you gotta kind of be quick about it. And there you go, 1 act down, 3 to go for this video. And yeah, between the stream of oil you have to jump up through and that, I guess hanging bar that activates when you, like, hold on to it. You know, your weight kind of pushes it down and like, clicks something. Yeah, those are the Sandopolis mechanics I'm talking about. But as you can see, there are no ghosts in this stage. Instead, what happens is that I guess the toxins from the oil kind of evaporate upward and make this giant mist, and if it gets too thick, your rings will start to get sapped from you. That's why you have to hit the switches, so that, you know, that doesn't happen, and you keep your rings intact, you know, so long as you don't get hit. It kind of surprised me as I was playing this that Knuckles couldn't grab onto that wall with the oil pushing him down, but I mean, yeah, I guess the oil would prevent him from being able to do that, or at least prevent him from being able to ascend. I don't know if it'd prevent him from actually latching on, but whatever. With that, we have Sonic on the team once again, and Knuckles hits the benches, with Mighty trailing behind him. Ooh, here we go. Unlike most stages, there's a certain elemental shield here that actually has kind of an effect on the environment. The fire shield here sets oil on fire, which I guess speeds you up if you're like in the oil slides, but otherwise it's mostly just like a visual effect, I think. But it is a cool one though. I mean, oil is flammable, so that does make sense. And of course I lose the shield as soon as I'm done talking about all of that. It's like I said, my play in these particular two zones is not my best. I think it has something to do with like the increasing difficulty that comes with like being on the second half of the game, but I don't know, maybe I'm just having an off day. I don't know. I mean, like, it's pretty easy to tell that those last two hits I took were very easily avoidable. I don't know what I was thinking. Probably just trying to go fast, I don't know. Now, I'm gonna be honest here, I don't really know what happens if the mist is fully developed and you have no rings. I think it just leaves you alone, but I'm not entirely sure. I usually don't get that bad, and I've never really had to find that out the hard way, so. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, as thick as the toxic fumes are getting now, I think you should be able to see any minute now the ring draining effect of it. That and these submarines, which I'm pretty sure are wholly unique to Mania's rendition of this zone, but I don't know, maybe they took it from some other game. I haven't played all this stuff, I haven't played all the 2D Sonic games at least, so I haven't played all of the Sonic games in general, like not all of the 2D, not all of the 3D, so I couldn't tell you where they come from. But it is cool how they make use of it here. Alright, so what team are we switching out to now? Okay, gang, you have 4 characters to choose from. Is it too much to ask that you completely switch out the team I have for completely 2 different set of characters? Do you have to leave 1 character in? Whatever. Tails is out now, and yeah, his flight's gonna come in handy, that's for sure. It usually does. Like, yeah, honestly, I think this is one of the better bosses to have Tails on, just because he can, well, you'll see. But yeah, the boss's weak part is in the, like, squid head. And there's other parts of it you can damage, but that's the main part of it. And yeah, as long as you're careful with where you jump, where your character is, it's not that difficult of a boss, but it does, you know, it doesn't give you a whole lot of time with where the actual weak spot is, so it can take a little bit of time, yeah. Just gonna switch to Mighty real quick, get the last few hits in, there we go. And that's 1 zone completed thus far, for this video anyway. And this is Lava Reef Zone from Sonic 3. Actually, I think it's from Sonic and Knuckles. I don't remember which one it's from, actually. If it's from 3 or from Knuckles. I want to say Knuckles, 3, Sonic and Knuckles. But yeah, I don't know if I would call this one of my favorite zones in those games, but it's definitely one I always enjoy about the game. This zone actually gives me some pretty good memories. And it's not too bad in its Mania form either. I'm not entirely sure from what other zone it gets its mechanics from. Maybe you'll be able to recognize that better than I will with my bad memory. Oh. I think the main reason I have such trouble figuring out from which other games this zone gets its mechanics from is because there are so many mechanics from Lava Reef that are in this zone. Like, so much of it just reminds me of Sonic and Knuckles, I think is where it's from. Yeah, it's just a big old nostalgia trip for me, and I dig it. I dig it a lot. Oh, hey, it's my favorite elemental shield in the game. Let me just switch to Tails here and go get that. There we go. I think the main reason the lightning shield is my favorite shield in the game is that it's just useful everywhere. Like, the fight, like, sure, Sonic has special abilities depending on which elemental shield you have. But for the most part, the fire shield's only good in stages that has lava or with bandits that have fire abilities. And the bubble shield's really only useful underwater, where it serves as an infinite source of oxygen. And sure, all 3 elemental shields reflect bandits' attacks, but the lightning shield, like, you always want rings flying towards you if you can help it. It makes not missing any better. Easier, I guess. And yeah, it's really nice for collectibles, for collectors like me who like to run around the stage grabbing everything. Though I don't do that in these challenge runs. But back to what I'm doing here. Yeah, I kind of got slowed down a bit in this little segment here. Sorry about that. The whole kind of stop and go thing of everything going on and the path that I took. Yeah, things will speed up here soon, I think. In fact, in the interest of speed, I think I'm just going to switch to tails here. There we go. Man, I'm starting to miss that fire shield. But with all the fired shots flying overhead here. There we go, that's better. Now this segment kind of loops back and forth with springs, taking you every which way, but I'm just going to skip that with tails here. No need to slow myself down any more than absolutely necessary, really. Just be faster to do this. Cool tails is certainly being helpful here, surprising nobody. No, I'm going to switch to Mighty, because I think we're getting close to the boss here. That and destroying these mist generators is way easier with him. No risk of getting caught up in them toxic fumes there. Even though Mighty did for a second there. Thanks, Tails. Nice save. Alright. All that's left is just the speed toward the end. Ooh, question mark on there. I'll take that. You know what? I'm going to stop complaining about that. Hey, Knuckles is here. Welcome back. Just in time to help me with a boss that I have a lot of trouble with because I'm used to taking him on with a super transformation. Ugh. Yeah, as far as I can tell, it's best to just let the lava hit him the first 2 times, and after that, I think he's hittable, but I really don't know how to go in for a hit without getting hit in return. So, yeah, it's going to be a lot of ring juggling here. Yeesh. What you definitely don't want to do is have him hit the same section of ground because he'll break the wooden restraints, leaving nothing but lava and reducing the amount of surface you get to walk around. Why did I sound like a robot powering down just then? What? Sorry about that. Wow. Okay. So this is honestly the more iconic version of Lava Reef Zone for me. I think the start of Act 2 and Sonic 3 and Knuckles for this was like a lot more fun for me. Sorry, just that kind of caught me off guard. As I was editing this, like, what the heck? I don't remember sounding like that. What? I'm gonna get off that. Anyway, yeah. So all the lava is cooled down, and while there's still fire traps and stuff, you don't have to worry about. You still have to worry about. The whole kind of dynamic of the level changes with this, and it's really cool how it works out, especially in like Sonic and Knuckles. But in here too, you know. At least that's how it works in Sonic and Knuckles. Unfortunately, things still very much look like Act 1 here in Mania's Lava Reef Act 2, with all the lava still active. The rocks in the background not being blue like they were in Act 2 and Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Yeah, this actually definitely looks like a lot different than my memories. I don't know what the deal is with that, why they didn't change it. Or why it's still... I don't know. I guess the ending is definitely different of Act 1 between here and Sonic and Knuckles. Goodbye, Knuckles. Sorry you had to go out that way. That always sucks. No ring mechanics, nothing. Just out like that. Sorry that didn't end like that. And with that, Sonic's up front and center again, but I'm going to stick with Mighty for a while I try to climb my way up to where I need to be. There's got to be one of these every episode, huh? Here you go. The return of the stomping platforms. And this time I don't have Tails to skip them for me. Or Knuckles for that matter. Well, it's an easy thing. Just keep jumping on the one that's to the left and they'll keep going forward. Not that big of a puzzle, really. Quartz Quadrant Sonic CD. That's where this mechanic comes from. Can't believe I forgot this when I was recording the first act for this. Also, why did I have so much trouble with these? Whatever. Let's just go ahead and fix it. There we go. Oh, and of course I jump right into the mist. It's easy to get out of. Just press jump and your movement buttons over and over. You'll get out of there eventually. Oh, hey, another fire shield. I'll take that. Oh, let's see here. Tails. Alright, cool. Use his help some more. If I can get my timing straight anyway, jeez. Speaking of iconic Sonic 3 and Knuckles, this staircase, because this is where the second act, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the second act, isn't it? But not so lucky here. We still have some more stage to go through. Oh wait, no we don't. This is where the boss is at. Okay. I honestly have no clue where they got this boss from. But then again, we've had some bosses unique to Sonic Mania before, and I'm pretty sure, like Metal Sonic Neo, this boss is unique to Encore. Or to Sonic Mania Plus, anyway. Because I'm pretty sure I didn't see anything like this in the original Sonic Mania, which I had gotten before Plus came out. But, yeah, it's kind of difficult because you have to jump up to hit it without hitting the warning star it wields. And the different ways it does that, it can trip you up. So yeah, it can be a bit tricky to manage. I'm certain this boss is unique to Plus, but I don't remember what boss it replaces. We're at the end of the zone anyway, I don't have time to discuss it. Thank you for watching the video, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Farewell.